Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Man Behind Ministry podcast. As always, I'm your host, Minister Ryan Smith, Virgin Street Church, right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. As you know, we are continuing this month with another dope spinoff where we're not talking to ministers, we're not talking to the wise, but we're talking to some of our favorite music ministers in our brotherhood and in the gang. And so tonight's episode, we've got another dope music minister in the house. I can't just call him a music minister. This is my brother. Room 10 in the building. This is my roommate from college. We practically grew up together without knowing that we grew up together. Y'all know him. He's your favorite songwriter's favorite songwriter. He's your favorite music minister's favorite music minister. That's my boy, William White, second. He ain't third, Junior. How you doing, bro?
Man, I'm good, man. What's going on, bro?
Chilling, man. You know,
That's funny.
I gotta give kudos where it's due, man.
Nah, I appreciate it, man. You know, I love you for that, bro.
Yes, sir. We've been talking about this for a while, man. It's just a blessing to get you on the show, man.
No doubt, bro. It's good to be here, man. I'm so proud of you, everything that you put together, man. This is great. It's wonderful.
Appreciate it, man. You ready to dive into it?
Let's go.
Bet. So, being music minister, not just with the church, but, man, you're just musically affiliated, period, man.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of y'all who don't know, man, you know, you have your tiers and your lists and stuff like that, man. I don't know. You can call it bias, call it what you want. This dude right here, he is the greatest songwriter that I know. I'm serious, bro. But now, real talk, man. Because I've worked with you, I've sung with you on a personal and a professional level. You know what I'm saying? I've gotten to know your work, and because of who we are in our brotherhood, man, we've gotten to work with some of the greatest in our brotherhood, man. And I mean when I say, man, you are the greatest songwriter that I know.
Oh, man. That's, bro, thank you, man. Love you for that, bro.
Real talk.
I'll pay you later.
So, with that being said, though, man, I love a good origin story, man. So talk to the viewers, man, about what was the first song you ever wrote, if you remember.
Yeah, I actually do. It was about a girl in middle school.
Okay.
And, you know, back in the day, some of my influences are like Boys to Men, Mint Condition.
Yes, sir.
Some of the great groups, just some of the great bands that were out and that were vocally talented. I've always been drawn to a good story in in music, and then also having what they call succinct lyricism, to where it translates well to the person who's listening. So, I mean, yeah, the first song I ever wrote was about a girl called "Why You Doing This to Me." Oh, it was back, man, little, puppy love and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
But then it evolved into different writings, some classical, some of course Christian acapella, and yeah, man, it's grown from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man. It's always love to hear a good origin, because people, social media, people see us on camera and it's okay, wow, like, I want to be that, or I aspire to do that. But I mean, there is, even with that first song, there was, you call it puppy love, whatever you want, but there was some real, in that moment, you didn't see this puppy love. You know what I'm saying? It was real. It was
deep. Yeah, man.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it was a real thing. And so there's always some kind of inspiration that fuels, the craft, that fuels, the passion. So it's beautiful to hear that. And so looking into the music ministry and our brotherhood, whether we're talking acapella, or even now where you guys are at OG at Old Gardens, with really the ability to do both. But I believe you guys have fully adopted instrumentation, man. And it's awesome to see kind of just how far you guys have come with that. And so with music ministry, kind of talk to us about, because there are people watching on, and who aspire, who want to write, who want to sing, who want to be on camera, and preferably it's for the right reason. We're trying to inspire, if you're gonna do this, do it for the right reasons, you know what I'm saying? Especially with a religious context, and so what's a perspective, or what's a good mindset that one would need to really jump into the music ministry space?
Yeah, man. So the first thing that I would say is be true to yourself. I think a lot of times, we've had some amazing, people who have blazed the trail. So many that, we look up to, and, they are a part of our story, the origin of us wanting to be motivated to be in this, in this lane. And then, of course, certain things only God give, right?
Sure.
And so the first thing I say, be true to yourself if you're going to do this. Secondly, remember that it is a ministry. I think it's about touching people. It's about translating what it is that you're communicating through song to what's relevant to that person. So back on when was that? I can't remember, but it was on my birthday, and God rest his soul, Brother Crenshaw. He was talking to me. It was me, Case. It was Brother AC. It was and him. And we were at his favorite spot, Petro, that gas station.
Yeah,
they had some good food.
Yeah.
And what he told me he said, son, he said, you see this salt shaker? This salt shaker has so much, it has so much potential, but it has no substance or no reason to exist unless the salt inside of it touches something. Salt Ministries, very much so. And so, if you're going to be in this ministry, you need to not think about self. In your development, whenever you're first starting, you definitely want to make sure that you get yourself in a place to where you're confident in your craft.
Right.
But whenever you evolve and you solidify who you are and what you do, it's really about the people.
Yeah.
It's really about the people that you're touching.
Yeah, and that's good. I think oftentimes that's lost. Those who are either in the position or those coming up, I think we get caught up on the notoriety.
Yeah.
Or the fame or whatever. Let's be for real. Being COC famous, that ain't it. That's not it.
Never endeared to do that.
That's not it. That's not the move. And music and ministry is bigger than our fellowship.
Absolutely.
So it's important to understand that as well. And so appreciate you sharing just that insight and just being mindful that, if you're going to be on that camera, if you're going to be seen, you have to serve.
Amen. Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's kind of like what I tell whenever I was leading my group. There's always 3 people present whenever you're on stage, regardless of whether you are the leader or you are you're on the stage. There's the musician, there's the leader, but there ultimately needs to be the worshiper. And so anytime that a person is on stage, that musician, that's where practice should have been hit, right? You should have been practicing on your own. You should have been practicing, you should have been practicing, when practice was had.
Yeah.
The leader, meaning that you're there for a purpose. You're out in front for a purpose. But then lastly, it's the worshiper, because all the preparation that you should have done should have prepared you to be the leader and the musician. But the worshiper ultimately should be the one that's on stage, that's exuding the space that you're in for that purpose.
Yeah.
So, to that point, I mean, you've been given a gift to be a vessel, right? Now, and to be a conduit for what the Spirit of God will do for the people that's in the pew. So I think that is a very, very important piece that all music ministers, regardless of talent level or where you see yourself, I can care less about that. But wherever you see yourself in the rankings, if that's a thing, I hope that's not. Jesus,
you're right.
It's not. But it's something that you should always aim to do. Yeah.
No, that's good. And that's just, I think that whole list thing, that's just a part of humanity. I mean, we love sports, you know what I'm saying? So you got your list, your top 5, your top 10. There's people it's just what we do. It's a human element. There's no way around it. But I don't know, we just pray that people appreciate the gift. And the diversity of the gifts. And so we appreciate that. Let's step outside of music for a minute. Okay. Outside of music, you are a family man. Proud husband, proud father. My sister, my nephews. So kind of talk to us about your family and just how they encourage and how they minister to you.
Man, presence is everything.
Yeah.
So, I can even think about times when my oldest, Trey, would do simple things that would bring tears to my eyes, like I was soft or something. You know what I mean?
Right, you from the dot, you know what I'm saying?
Man, I'm from the dot, baby. Shout out to the dot. Wyandotte County, baby. Kansas City, Kansas. You know what it is. And so, it would bring tears to my eyes to see, how, his walk and his development, I translated to how the, unfailing love of God is, because I have a son now.
Yeah.
I have a child who, regardless of whatever life's happenings happen, there's nothing that can chase away the love that I have for him. And now I got 2 of them, so it happened twice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So love my boys Kobe and Trey, William III. My wife, my little PYT. Yeah, she good. She good. She still want to be married. Been 10 years. We've been married. So
got that first decade, baby.
Yeah, man. It's so
yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
y'all in there.
We in there now. We in there, man. So it's good. Shout out to my wife Keisha. So yeah, that's good.
Good stuff, man. So you got your family. Also, man, mom and pop white. I know y'all watching.
What's up?
Good to see y'all.
What's up?
Blessed. Definitely miss you guys. We talk about y'all all the time, man.
Yeah.
Anywho, man, jumping back into the scene. So, also, you got music, you have family, and then you also are a financial advisor.
Yep.
And you offer several different offerings with that. I remember going back to after Southwestern, you migrated to OC.
Yep.
Got your degree there, and then was like, bro, I'm going to come back to Dallas. Stayed with them for a couple of days, and then I think it was a T-Mobile.
T-Mobile was where I came from whenever I was in Oklahoma.
Yes, yeah.
And then afterwards, there was a company called PFP, Financial Services, that sold insurance out of credit unions. I didn't know nothing about it.
Yeah.
Shoot, I know it was a job it was going to pay. So I came, and shout out to Saran, my brother. He came to the rescue. I stayed on the floor studying for my insurance exam, man. I still got I took it a day after my birthday, which was January 27th of 2012. And rest is history. Just been moving up the chain in the industry ever since.
Yes. So tell us about Forging Link Financial Group. What is that, and what are some of the offerings that you can tell us about the business, man?
Okay, so From 2012 to 2014, I was really working with seniors. I was working with people who were 65 and above. So I was what's called AHIP certified, which means that I was able to translate or be able to communicate things from the Center of Medicare and Medicaid systems to be able to, position people with their Medicare, with their insurances, possibly any assets that they may have in order to, generate an income. And so I saw with a lot of people who were 65 and above how finite their situation was.
Yeah.
And so a lot of times whenever I would go in there with the best intentions to help them with whatever, whether I was positioning or, selling them an insurance product or whatever, it would be finite. I mean, they didn't have enough income.
Yeah.
And so I was like, you know what? I need to change the narrative for the people who are in the working class. I need to be able to tell them what I saw so they don't end up the same. Right. Hence, in 2014, I started Forge and Link Financial. It used to be called White Link Financial Consulting. I changed it because I wanted to be a little bit stronger in regards to the message.
Forge Link.
Forge means to refine. It means to get rid of the impurities. And so a lot of times, people may get an influx of money or something like that, but the end result is they broke again. And so I was like, why is it that 9 out of 10 lottery winners become broke within 3 years? No matter what the amount of money. It's because the platform for money and for wealth is not there. And so whenever you start to have conversations and you have systems that you put in play for people to not only hold the wealth, but be able to use it in the proper vein, right? Whether you were the saver because you were scared of something that happened in your childhood, or you're the spender because you didn't have no money and you want to spend all your money, right? So Forge means to refine. We have to build that platform for whenever the money does come or whenever you're making the bigger income or the income, whatever, you have the platform and then, of course, link to your success. So I wanted to be a stronger name. And so hence we changed the name in 2018. Ever since then, man, God has blessed us. So again, I am a registered fiduciary financial advisor. So anything that I have to do has to be in the best interest of the person. That's what that means. Since then I have, designations and all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, it is the reason why I actually transitioned from, music ministry into this.
Right.
Our people broke.
Yeah.
Our people are broke.
Yeah.
And when I say broke, it's relative, right? Broken can be in the mind, but it's really in the pocket.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
And so that's my mission now. My mission now is to help the people of God, help believers. And of course, we do business owners and all kinds of stuff like that with wealth management, financial planning, insurance planning, retirement planning, cash flow management, everything that has to do with the dollar, making sure that you're putting in.
Nice. We definitely appreciate that. And for those who are on, we'll make sure we have all the links to his business, everything in the description. So if you're interested in kind of becoming better with your money,
sure.
Holla my boy. We'll definitely make sure make that.
We live in a time with so many uncertainties. The world is between thriving and maintaining, and navigating through that can make it tough to see what the future is going to be. What possibilities are out there? What things will look like 10, 20, even 30 years from now? As we do our best to prepare for what the future may bring, it's good to know that there are things that can be concrete. Having a solid foundation gives us the peace we yearn for and gives us the fortitude to build for the future. Having a solid path gives us the confidence we need to be fearless in our pursuit for a better life. Having a solid plan can not only make things measurable, but attainable, and give us the sense of pride to say we did it. Hello, my name is William White, President and Chief Financial Advisor at Forge and Link Financial Group. Our core values are simple. Forge a firm foundation that will link you to your true success. We are the financial compass as you walk ahead in life, giving you direction when you need it most. We're that firm that wants to grow with you and celebrate with you, but also be there when the tough times come. Our focus is to craft tailored solutions, connecting our clients with industry leaders in the insurance and financial services arena. Our concierge approach puts our clients in the driver's seat to let them know and help them understand they're in control. So no matter what happens or where you go in life, we want to be there with you. Forge and Link, guiding hardworking people to financial success.
I love it how we kind of transition from music, family, finances, and you even now I seen you travel to churches.
I do.
And offering platforms and engagement services to where they're able to find out about not just you and the business, but how they can be better stewards.
Yeah.
Of what God has blessed them with. So we definitely appreciate just you giving back, and always, whether it be musically or financially. So
no, I appreciate it.
Grateful to do it.
Definitely. We can't get out of here, man, without talking about the dub.
Let's go.
Can't get out of here without talking about the dub. We talked about Room 10. 06.
Yes.
Summer Tour 06.
07.
Yeah, 07 rather.
Yeah.
We came in 06. Came in 06. Yeah, we started 07. Some of the best years of my life have been with my brother. A lot has come from it, man. So musically, obviously there's a lot musically that Southwestern has profited from, not just with you, but just benefited us from. And so talk to us about just your time at Southwestern and how that's blessed you.
Want to shout out Amy Walker, then Amy Johnson. Want to shout out her because one of the things amongst so many is that she gave me a platform to be creative. She taught us leadership within working with people, and she was that iron hand and that velvet glove. She knew what she was doing there. One of the things that, again, she gave us a platform of creativity. And so, shout out to her. Definitely appreciative of the contribution that she made to me. But man, some of the best music we got exposed to, and the work ethic of being in music. Testing your limits. Moving to the next level.
Like learning.
Like
my ability to catch music and learn it quickly. And teach it and perform it the same week. You know what I'm saying? Like, people don't understand how much we have. Southwestern has the 200 Bowser Circle as the fine arts building.
If people only knew, like, oh, y'all sound so good, you don't have no clue how much work we putting
together a studio album days before going on spring tour. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes there was one year after our first class left, literally, like, the spring tour bus left at like 3 a.m. We were still in the studio at 2 a.m.
Still
going hard.
I remember that big old board with the 8 bus, bro. Yes.
Yep.
It was crazy. I mean, I would say our years that we were there, learning a song on the fly was nothing.
Yeah.
We had to. And we were at the FA building 5 days a week.
Yep.
Sometimes 6, depending on
2 days. Sometimes it was like you was in band camp or at practice. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Man, I from the line whenever we was doing class.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, welcome going.
Yeah.
I'm taking us in circles. I was like, man, I'm gonna peek. I'm gonna take this out.
Yeah.
All the way to having people who came before us come back to the come out to the FA and be with us during course 3:30.
Yep.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So yeah, man. Doug, shout out.
For sure. And people, man, they talk about the school a lot, and us included. But guess what? That's my school. I can talk about my school.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you have to give credit where it is due. Any prominent church in our fellowship, it's been influenced by Southwestern.
That's not even.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it's your senior minister, your pastor, your music minister, choir director, somebody in your church.
Somebody
went to Southwestern, knows somebody is affiliated somehow with Southwestern. And so shout out to the Zub. We appreciate what you do.
Yeah.
And then we gotta talk about the truth, man. And and we've sung with talented groups.
Yeah, man.
And it's not just the group, but it's the brotherhood that we have been able to form.
Yeah, man. Man.
Yeah, talk about the group, man. We've experienced highs and lows together. I think that's what creates our bond musically.
Man, listen, from personalities inside of the group all the way to where it started.
Yeah.
I was swimming through pictures the other day, little nostalgia, and I saw us whenever we was at Longview.
Yeah.
It's just the four of us, me, James, you and Justin. Oh man, brother.
Yeah.
This is whenever your locks was like just start.
Not even shoulder length. You know what I'm saying? You're not even shoulder length, man.
To the point where we at now that, I mean, during that time, no kids, no wives.
Nah.
You know, may have been, some serious stuff going on, but nothing crazy.
Right.
But no, it was just a great time, man. Starting with just some talented brothers, man. Talented, man. From The Abyss, that's sitting to my left. My top 3 ever bass.
We were just talking about a list, and here you go.
No, I have a list, okay? Just deal with it. I don't bear with it, deal with it. I have a list. But, to the smooth tenor, to the tenor, Barry saxophone, and James. Then us adding some three monsters with Malcolm, Jabari, and Roland.
And then don't forget about E. We just added Sherry. So E's been definitely a jolt in the arm.
Man, look, this is. I think we gonna call him. Super Saiyan. Hey boy, you retarded it. Oh, probably like, bruh, that man can only protrude so far your neck.
Yes.
But now, shout out to E, man. Good to have him on board too, as well, singing with us, man. But just the talent that all of us have, and the chemistry that we have whenever we're on stage. We ain't lacking.
No.
You know what I mean? We not lacking. We got multiple bass. I'm not one of them. And then we have. And I've come to grips with that. That was hard for me, man. I was like, man, I want my boy.
No, that's right. Every time we have Virtue Homecoming, I'm going to put my boy in.
Just one time.
Boy, football, man.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going to stay in the baritone rank. Yes, pause. Yeah, you got to pause. But no, from highs to lows to blends to, leaders, solos. In my opinion, it's the most talented group I've ever been with.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing is, we're all getting older. We all have, significant others. We, most of us got kids now, and even starting to see that in my son, like his ability to create. He's starting to write and do stuff like that. So no, I think it's a beautiful thing to see us during this top side of life come together as brothers and really do not just music, do life together.
Yeah. No, it's definitely dope for sure. And it's impacted us all. I mean, our first gig was at a wedding.
It sure was.
In Longview.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Remember that car coming down the...
Yep.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So our first gig was at a wedding, and then to go from weddings to funerals to, just different venues, man. It's created a lot of versatility in us, man. And so it's been good. It's definitely been a ride, and this is how we've evolved, all of us in our own way. That's before we let you go, man. Just getting to ministry. We see where music is now, whether you are a cappella, instrumental, regardless. Where do you see it in the next 5 to 10 years, man, when you just think about music ministry and how it's impacting churches?
Yeah, so music period is cyclical. And what I mean by that is, at one point in time, whenever we discovered certain things that we could do electronically, such as the techno era, it was hard techno. And then people like, you know what? I like the authenticity of the actual instruments. So then it moved there. At one point in time now, it moved into, the pace and the rhythm. And, lyricism was not as prevalent, right? To where things were more repetitive. It was more of a Southern drawl that was kind of captivating the country when it came to music. Now things are starting to trend more back into lyricism, more poetry. Things are going to be more poetic. So I honestly see that any writers that are coming up, please call me. I would love to be a part, help out anywhere. I'm that type, man. I love to collab.
Yeah.
What I'm seeing is the music poetry aspect of writing is starting to come back. People are starting not to there's more lyrics, there's more words, right?
Yeah.
And I think it's good because it's whenever people have, whenever it's more lyrical, it allows people to kind of draw in, but also, it's almost like they assimilate to the music a little bit more, as opposed to being a part of the rhythm and the beat.
Right.
That's kind of where it's at. So to wrap this up, or put it in a nutshell, I see it moving from what's repetitive back into what's lyrical. And also culturally, of course, culture affects the church and how things work. I actually see more lyrics. I mean, you look at the Red Song, but bruh, like some of the stuff that. There was one who was willing to die in my stead that a soul. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like those.
It's the lyrics are powerful, and I think the reason why lyricism is really coming back, it's because this generation seeks depth. They seek it. They're longing for something that's not shallow. Whether it's musically, whether it's the word. I mean, every aspect of God and worship, they need depth. They need content, they need context, so it makes sense why you said it.
Yeah, I love it.
Me too.
I love it. So when people be like, how'd you learn that song in an hour? You said the same thing like 3 times.
I'm learning the tone first, and then I'm putting the words to the tone.
I mean, we're done. So now that it's lyrical, you know what I'm saying? You might have to practice, but
Now, and that's real. That's a really good point, because when you talk about where music ministry is now, we've transitioned for the most part from one song leader to now one with the bass mic to now with the full gamut of praise team, worship team, whatever you want to call them, call it that, whatever it is. But the group setting, all right, the group thing, all right,
multiple people,
right, singing at the same time with multiple microphones, various voice parts.
Ouch.
Maybe? Yeah. In that context, there's no more just, I'm gonna get up and sing.
Nah.
Like, it takes work, and kind of going back to our roots in Southwestern, like, it takes serious work and practice, and, the idea, it's worship. No. In the idea of giving God your best, you're gonna have to put in some time to make sure that, that best is pushed.
I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna make a reference to a scripture, 2 Chronicles chapter 5, when it talked about 120 horns that in a worship setting that played at the same time. You think they didn't have to practice?
Man,
you didn't think that?
Yeah.
And then God was overwhelming, sending smoke about, man. Listen, if you ain't read 2 Chronicles chapter 5 and did a deep dive into what that worship was like, man, you might want to do that.
Yeah.
But you didn't think they had to practice? Yeah.
For sure.
Nah, we ain't just getting up and giving them slop.
I mean, even if you go to an individual setting where, even outside of the worship context, David was the text says he was a skillful player of the harp.
Skillful.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that skill, like, there's a raw talent, but that talent has to be crafted. It has to be molded and refined. You know what I'm saying? And so much so that skill was used to alleviate spirits. You know what I mean? So whether you're talking about a personal or a collective setting, And practice.
Yeah, man. And if you're serious about it, that shouldn't.
It's not even a question.
That's not a question. You should indulge in the practice.
For sure. Well, man, bro, we appreciate you, man. Blessing us, Ryan.
No,
Blessing us coming out and taking the time. Yeah, taking the time to get with us, man. If you found value in this episode, man, this is a ministry. Like it, share it, bless somebody else's life with this time that my bro and I have shared together, man. Again, we do this every Thursday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Before we go, tell the people how can they find you, find a business, and a ministry.
Absolutely. So again, so grateful. Thank you, bro. Love you, man. I mean, yeah, if you are looking from a business standpoint, if you're looking to go to the next level financially and you're serious about it, okay, because the clients that we work with, we're intentional about journeying with you. So if you'd like to do that, you can reach us. Telephone number is going to be 972-654-5118. Or you can reach me at william@falfg.com. You can also look at our website. Just got a remodel.
Yeah.
And so, excited about that. So you can also find us at falfg.com. So
Blessings.
check us out.
Again, we'll have all this info in the description as well. Until the next episode, we'll see you then. God bless you. God keep you. Peace.